So I just got dropped off and it's official. Finally out here hunting. Well, not hunting yet, but I gotta hike up this mountain. Probably about a mile, I'd say. It's just gonna be a little bush. Whoops. Gonna be a little bit of a bushwhack. But man, I don't even, like, already this is just amazing. It's so weird. I never would have thought, like, taking a boat across the ocean to go on a deer hunt. This place is just amazing. I'm too pumped right now. There's this, I'm looking at over 30 icebergs right now. Right out in front of me. There's some on the beach here. It's like, this place is magical or something. I have a feeling today's only gonna get better. I'm just gonna get up into the alpine and man, I'm so excited to see what's up there. I mean, even if I don't see a deer, I mean, that'd be a little bit of a bummer, but just, I'm excited to see the country up there. It's gonna be so cool. It's gonna be probably a little bit of a hike for me. I don't know. Probably not in the best mountain shape, but we'll see how it compares to. I'll give you guys a review when I get up there on how difficult it was. I'll be honest, it kicked my butt, I'll tell you. In my previous video I did mention, in my packing video, how I was planning on doing multi-night hunt, but plans have changed. I'll just be doing a day hunt today and getting picked up later this evening. But since this is my first time up the mountain, I'm not really familiar with the area. It's probably going to be a little bit of a hike, so I'll have a lighter pack on, and I'm just going to do like a little test run type of thing. So just doing a day hunt. I'm pumped. I haven't mentioned that already. Well, I just made it up to the top. Yeah, I'm gonna start glassing and see if I can turn some on this hillside right here. It's still covered with shade, so I think once the sun starts to hit, the deer should start popping up if anything's in there. So, yeah, get to glassing and we'll see if we can turn something up. Alright, so in this clip of the video, I needed to do a voiceover just because of how bad the audio was. The wind was blowing in really hard, so it just made this audio unusable. So I'm just gonna kind of narrate through here. So basically, this is when I first got up on the mountain after getting into above tree line. And I did some glassing. As you can see, I got a little excited and I saw the first 2 deer of the trip. So I was getting a little excited there, glassed up the first 2 deer, then tried getting the phone scope on them. The wind was giving me trouble. It was hard to find them because my tripod isn't very well, so it was really shaky. So I was trying to get the phone scope onto them, and then I finally did manage to get them there in the phone scope. And then I just kind of was just planning out a game plan. I wanted to get in a little closer because they were off in the distance. And then here, after further phone scope review, I noticed that it was a doe and 2 fawns. So it was actually 3 deer, but just a doe and 2 fawns. So my original idea was that since I saw some deer over there, that maybe if I worked my way over to get in closer, I can pick up a few more deer in the area, hopefully a buck. And I was mentioning how the wind was just blowing straight in my face, so I thought it would be a good time to head over there. And I had thought that if I can make it over there, I can get in pretty close to whatever was sitting over there, because they obviously wouldn't wind me with the wind just howling right at me. So that was that. And then after a little more glassing, I finally decided to get up and try to see what I can find. Just making my way up the mountain here, trying to get a reposition. Just bumped this little doe. She's just staring at me. Man, if that was a buck, I would have had all the time in the day to put a shot on him. It's definitely a little bit of motivation. It's been really slow. I've been trying to glass up for a while now on that spot I was sitting at and haven't seen nothing. So I'm trying to get up over that alpine shelf thing that I was looking at. I'm trying to get on the back side of it or up on top of it right now. And I don't know if I'm gonna make it. It's getting pretty weird. Okay. I saw another deer, so that's always cool. Alright, I'll let you guys know if I make it up. Having zero luck trying to get up this. This is just not happening. If I really wanted to push through, I could maybe get up it, but it's so steep and thick and slippery. I don't think it's worth trying. I don't want to get hurt up here, so I think I'm just gonna, yeah, definitely gonna just take it back down. And I got a couple hours left before I'm getting picked up, so I'm just gonna try to see if I can get anything in range lower down there. Bummed I couldn't make it over the top of this, but I mean, that's what happens when you come out to places like this. You see one thing on Google Maps or Google Earth and you think you could get to a certain spot, but you really don't know until you get out here and try. So, but man, I mean, it's been beautiful. This place is awesome. I can't really complain at all. I'm having a blast. It's a beautiful day. And I'm really high up here right now. And I'm gonna try to go the way I just came and probably eventually end up back down in those muskeg areas. And maybe glass around a little bit. Pretty sure everything's probably bedded right now. That's why I was just kind of hoping that coming through some thick stuff, like I was back into those trees where I saw that doe, and just coming through some more thick stuff, I might be able to bump something out of its bed and get a chance there, but because I don't know how easy it is going to be able to glass something up that's feeding right now. It's midday, it's warm out, sun's out, so it's not looking likely, but I mean, it only takes that one time, that 1 second to change, and things change. So yeah, I'm gonna keep trying, and we'll see you guys at the bottom of this thing. Well, I've been glassing this hillside right here for a while now. Nothing's popping up. So I don't know. I really wish I could have got up onto the above that tree line back there, but by the time I finally decided to try that out, I didn't have too much time left to really get like a good shot. I basically had enough time to send it one way, and like it worked. I would have got over there and had some time to check things out. But if it didn't, like it did, like how it got stuck, like by the time I got back down from there to find another way up, I'd probably try it from way over on that side. And it's kind of a long journey, and by the time I would get over there, if I saw anything, I don't know. So this morning on my hike in, I brought this water bottle, had water in it. Then after I drank it all, or it got low, it got pretty low, I filled it up at the stream. So now what I'm going to do is bottle with the water I got from the stream. I think I spotted some mountain goats up there actually. I'm gonna throw a spotter on them here in a second. So here I got the Sawyer Mini, and it's just screw them to the top of any lid, water bottle type lid. And go here. It's got a little leak. I have noticed this leaks before, and you don't want any of that leaking water to get into your drinking water because it's not filtered, obviously. So hopefully this works. Definitely losing some water there. It's honestly not worth doing it like this with this leak. Better off just drinking straight from it like that. So I'm gonna have to figure out that leaking problem, because that's not good. But worst comes to worst, yeah, you can just drink straight through this like a straw, so works out. Alright, let's see if these are goats, and if so, I'll throw them on a spotting scope. Well, after some further research, those were not mountain goats. They were a bunch of white rocks, or something. A bunch of white things that aren't goats. So where I thought I saw a bunch of mountain goats, when I looked up and they looked like a whole bunch of rocks, happened to be just glassing by that area again, and I just see a lone goat. It's probably a billy, but he's just a big guy, just posted up. Got him here, phone scope. This wind is really making it difficult. This tripod is not the best, so it's really shaking on that wind, but looks like a nice goat to me. Well guys, ended up being one mountain goat, turned into multiple mountain goats, and I think they're all a bunch of billies. So they look big. And again, I'm not a goat expert, but if I had to guess, I think they're billies. Nice looking goats. But my time here, I think, is coming to an end, and I'm gonna have to head down this mountain soon. So unless I can find a buck in the next 20-25 minutes, it's a wrap for today. Man, it was a blast. I mean, it turned out seeing mountain goats. Oh, I love watching goats. It's so fun. We could do this all night. Don't even need to see a buck. I'll just watch these things all day. They're so cool. Anyways, maybe I'll combine videos if I'm able to get out and hunt again. I might just throw this one at the beginning of my next hunting video, because not much happened, so be kind of not the most thrilling video if this is a solo video, but if it is, sorry guys. But we'll see what happens here in the next couple weeks, see if I can get out again. Anyways, thanks for watching. What's up everyone? Day 2, I'm back out here. So I actually was able to be able to come back today, obviously. So what happened yesterday was I get back to the docks back in town. I'm going through my pack to grab some, and I noticed my pack, my little bag, my little canvas cutter bag is not in there. And that had my extra iPhone that was set up for phone scope, had my multiple phone chargers in there, it had extra camera batteries, all my memory cards. So it was kind of an important bag, and I was like, oh shoot, how did I forget this? So I was super bummed about that, but luckily the guy who's been taking me out here, his name's Aaron. This guy is probably the nicest guy I met here in Petersburg, who lives here. Like, he grew up here, he knows this area pretty well, so he was able to guide me on how to get up to this mountain and some spots like that. And he's been transporting me back and forth, and
man, he's just been super helpful and real nice. So when he heard me say I was missing my bag, he offered to be able to take me back out this morning. So yeah, that's how it's going. So I'm hoping, I think I know where I left it. I mean, I had my bag set up right where I was glassing those goats, and yeah, I had it right there, and that's when I packed up and headed down the mountain, so it has to be sitting right there. So cross my fingers, that's where it will be. And yeah, probably see you guys there at that spot, and hopefully I'll be giving you guys a thumbs up because I found my bag. Anyways, see you there. There we have it. Oh man, I was stressing so hard that I wasn't gonna be able to find that canvas cutter bag, but I've got it. So game plan is now I'm gonna take a seat, have a little bit of a snack, do some glassing just for a little while, and then I'm gonna embark on some type of journey, and while I'm sitting here, kind of visualize the game plan on how I want to attack this mountain. There's a nice shelf right up on there. It looks like it can hold some deer, hold some big bucks, hold any bucks. I don't know why I'm saying big bucks. I don't a rat's ass about big or small. But anyways, try to get on that shelf, maybe hop on that backside and see what's to offer over there. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. So I just glassed up a buck. He's pretty far away, but he's right where I wanted to go, like how I was explaining how I want to get up on that shelf. He's literally up on the hillside along the shelf I'm trying to get up to. So this is that shelf, like it's a flat spot right behind that. He's literally right there. So, oh my god, I don't know how I'm gonna get up there. Oh man, I'm pumped though. I know if I get up there, I'm gonna get gonna see some bucks up there. For sure. That. Oh, take a little break. Holy smokes. I'm getting worked. That was the most difficult thing I've ever climbed, and I'm not even done yet. It's so steep, and these plants are doing everything in their power to keep you from going up. I'm almost there. Almost there. I know if I can get up on top, I could probably turn some bucks up and hopefully relocate the buck I already glassed. Man. But taking a stop like this and just turning around, looking down below is just amazing. It's awesome. It's pretty freaking cool if these deer live up here, or all these animals that live up here. That's why they're such a tough species. I mean, they live up here so they can survive, so they can stay away from predators, and it's proving to work, because like us hunters who would, I guess, be predators to them, it's hard work getting up here. And then once you get up here, you also then gotta find them again, so. Alright, I'm gonna push on, and hopefully next time I see you guys, I'll be up. Up. Just wanted to show you guys what I got to work with here. This is like rock climbing practically. Like, it's just all, it's hard to have the camera show a perspective of what that's like, but man, it's just straight up and down almost. Another amazing view. Alright. And then yeah, okay, practically just have to hug that edge because I got cliffed right here. So luckily there's kind of a semi-game trail going on, so I'm gonna try my best to follow it. Well, I'm officially up top pretty much in the Alpine. It's unbelievable. One of the hardest climbs I ever did. I'm just trying not to think about having to go down that. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. But, alright, from now, the hunt begins. Let's see what we can do. Oh, I can't find the buck. I haven't jumped any bucks yet either, so I might sit down and glass for a little bit. Otherwise, I'm just gonna keep moving along this ridge line, or keep going along here and see if I can hopefully get above something. Oh man. Well, I had no luck finding any bucks from up here. I'm almost certain that I'm right above where I glassed that buck earlier today. And, yeah, couldn't find him. Got like a few, 10, maybe 15 minutes left to just sit here, kind of glass around, and then I gotta start hiking back down to make my pickup time before it gets too dark. I've got a long journey out of here, so it'd be best to start a little early, because I don't know how long it's gonna take getting down from this steep alpine stuff. But I know it's like 2 hours from this one spot, and I think it's taken me well over an hour to get up to here from there, so yeah, I gotta start thinking about heading down soon, but hopefully I can maybe bump something on the way down, I don't know, or spot something. But yeah, I mean, other than that, this day was pretty epic. Getting up here like this has been amazing, and I wish I could sit here for another couple hours and just take it all in. It's truly amazing. Maybe this is what I've been looking down on. Pretty sure he was feeding somewhere up in here, but nothing. And I still didn't even make it up over this to get up onto the backside and see what's over there. So, I'm making progress there once I got a little closer. Well, I made it down from that treacherous thing. That was just ridiculous. From right here, I got about a 2-hour hike down, so I made perfect timing. I'll be back down right when our meet time was, so it's perfect. But it's crazy. I look right up to where I was sitting when I was glassing down where I thought the buck was going to be. Mountain goats, literally 30 yards above where I was sitting, just on the rocks. I didn't pack the scope with me today. I wanted to go lighter, but I was sitting right at that green patch. They're like right at the base of those rocky cliff right there. It's crazy how much they just stick out on that green alpine. It's just white. You could even see like their feet like distinctively from down here. It's insane. That's some steep country, man. I don't know how they do it. That's their home every day. And it kicked my butt. Going down was a lot worse than going up, I'll tell you that. That sucked. Snapped a trekking pole on the way down. So yeah, if any of you guys watched my gear review when I was or my pack dump video, I was mentioning I got those trekking poles on Amazon for $40. I mean, they work. I haven't had any issues with them at all, but man, I would not do some steep, sketchy mountain climbs with them. Because I'd slipped, stuck it in, snapped it. Luckily, I was only using one, and my other hand was able to grab onto a stump. Oh my gosh. Honestly, thinking about this now, I don't think I'll do that again by myself. It's not worth it at all. There was a couple moments where it was pretty bad up there. And like being by myself, it's just kind of a scary thought. No help. or no help near. But anyways, yeah, and then right before I came down, he must have got my wind, or he must have heard me, but a big old boar black bear just barreled out of some thick grass and ran across, stopped, smelling around, looking. He looked like he was startled, but he couldn't, like, he never saw me. But I mean, I must have scared him. But it was, he went right to where I kind of had planned on making my way down. So I was like, oh man, like, he's probably gonna keep running as soon as he hears me. But once I got down lower, I did my best to kind of just veer around where he went and go the opposite direction. Well, we better start moving. But anyways, crazy day. Wasn't this something? From Alpine, 2,500 feet up, sea level glacier. That thing. This is unreal. It's raining under this thing. Anyways, day 2 of hunting in the book. Let's see what happens the rest of this trip. Or if my hunting expedition ends here. But anyways, stay tuned. Alright, what's up everyone? Unfortunately, you guys are watching this clip of me standing here talking to you guys rather than me up on the mountain hunting. So it's looking like I probably won't be able to get back up on the mountain before I leave. So my opportunities to hunt here have probably ended. I have nothing to complain about, honestly. I'm really happy with the way things worked out. I mean, I'm just glad that I was fortunate enough to be able to get out there and have the opportunity, because it was a blast. Even though I didn't get to get out as much as I would have liked to, it's something I'm going to remember forever, and without a doubt I will be coming back here as soon as I'm able to and getting back out and hunting here in Southeast Alaska. This is kind of just going to be like a hunt recap, video recap, because I haven't even watched any of the footage yet that I filmed while I was up on the mountain, and even before watching it, I know I probably didn't film that much, and like, it's probably all choppy and I don't know how much sense it'll make. So I'm going to try to bring everything back together right here in like this little recap video. So hopefully you guys can get a sense of what went down, what the circumstances were, and a bunch of other information that I probably left out throughout the time I was out hunting. So what the deal here is I'm here on Mitkoff Island, and that's where Petersburg is at. But the way it works is hunting season for deer is closed until on Mitkoff Island and kind of the surrounding part of Kupernoff Island, which is right across from us, and that's closed until October. So currently the only places for me to hunt here are over on the mainland. So that's like the portion of Southeast Alaska that's connected to Canada and the surrounding continent. So that I could hunt that, or I can go on the backside of Kupernoff pretty much. I need to get around the, I think it's the Petersburg Peninsula. I could be wrong. I know it's a peninsula of some sort, but I have to get on the other side of that, and then I could have hunted over on that side of Kupernoff. But the challenges that both that brings is I need a boat to get to these places because I'm on an island. So obviously I don't have a boat here, so I had to rely on somebody to get me over there, to take me there, to pick me up and all that stuff. And I was luckily really fortunate enough to find someone that would do that for me. So just a couple weeks ago, I met this guy, Aaron, who grew up here in Petersburg. Probably the nicest guy I met here, who lives in Petersburg. He couldn't have been any more helpful. And I just want to extend huge thanks out to him. He was able to give me rides out in the morning and pick me up in the evenings on the days that I went and hunted. We were talking about him coming with me, and that would have been a lot of fun too. He wanted to come out and hunt with me, but the week that we were getting out there, there were such big tides coming in that day, like lowering and coming in. The icebergs were flowing all along spot he was taking me to, and it just wasn't a smart idea to leave his boat down there. So in order for him to come up with me, he would need to park his boat down at the bottom of the beach and then obviously leave it down there for the day while we go out and hunt. So unfortunately he wasn't able to come with, but luckily he was giving me rides in the morning and the evening, picking me up, and I couldn't thank him anymore for that. Like, he went out of his way to help me. Yeah, I'm just super thankful for that. So thank you, Aaron, really appreciate it. Hopefully I'll come back to Alaska soon. We'll go hunting together. He's been goat hunting this season. We were gonna try to go out, and I was hoping to go watch him go get a goat, but the way things worked out, just couldn't happen. So in my previous video, when I did my pack dump, I was mentioning how I was gonna do an overnight style hunt from my backpack, camping up on the mountain and stuff, but I ended up not doing that. And I'll just be honest with you guys, like I kind of mentioned, I'm really new to this. I'm new to all the hunting, the backpacking, mountaineering style stuff. Like I'm a rookie and there's no getting around that. So when it came down to it, when I was talking with Aaron, trying to plan out how we wanted to arrange the ride situation and how long I wanted to go for, it came down to like, it's a pretty steep hike up, and since I had never been up there before and this was all new territory to me, he had mentioned that he liked doing day hunts because he has a lighter pack, he can get up and down the mountain quicker, run around quicker, and that idea sounded good to me. I said, what the heck, I mean, this is unexplored territory. It's gonna be my first time out on these mountains, going up into the Alpine, so I was like, maybe it would just be smarter to just pack for a day trip, pack lighter, and do it that way. And as much as it would have been nice to be able to camp out there and stuff, I'm kind of glad that I did it that way, because it was some steep country, and like I said, I'm not very experienced, and I mean, you got to start somewhere obviously, but once I get home, I'm going on a backpack hunt with the rest of the guys, with Brian, Spencer, Taylor, and Alex. So there'll be a group of us, and I think maybe that'll be a better way to start getting used to the backpacking style hunts, is with more of a group instead of being solo. I don't know, maybe a little safer, smarter, I don't know. Call it what you want, but where my skill level's at, that's just how I ended up deciding to do things. So, since I did 2 day trips, I did a trip out on Saturday, did a trip out on Sunday. On day 1, took about 2 hours to get up above tree line. Then from there was a lot of like muskeg meadow type areas. And then there was this sheer like alpine ridge. It was really steep, but it was like prime habitat for Sitka Blacktail, what I thought to be prime habitat. So I spent a lot of time just glassing that, trying to spot a deer. But what I figured out was, not till after this all happened, but I was like, maybe that wasn't the best idea, because I guess once I glassed something up, I was like, okay, now I have to make a plan how to get to it, because I'm only effective with my rifle to like maybe out to 250 is probably where I'll draw the line at max, like 250 yards. So I had to have gotten decently close. So I spotted a doe and 2 fawns pretty far off, and I tried to work my way in closer just because I was like, okay, there's some deer there, maybe I can turn up a buck in that general area. And once I got over there was like this tree line and then a big steep canyon where this creek ran through the middle, and that kind of deterred me from investigating farther. And maybe thinking about it, I kind of wish I just went in for it and got up in there, but ended up venturing my way back and then trying to get up that steep alpine wall, because I knew there was bucks up there or more deer. Nothing was really hanging out in the meadows down below, even though there was deer sign everywhere. So then I tried getting up there. I kept getting cliffed out at the route that I took, and by that time I was like, okay, it's not worth going up anymore, because if I do get up there, I'm just gonna have to turn around and come back down to make my pickup time. Then I came back down, just glassed for more, see if I could pick up anything in the lower section. Found those mountain goats, which were pretty awesome, so I watched them for pretty much until I had to go, and that was my first day. So day 2 came around. Funny story was, I guess maybe it worked out that this happened. I mean, where I was sitting and glassing those goats the night before, I had left a bag up right there. I forgot to put back my pack, and it had my extra iPhone with the phone scope set up. It had my portable chargers. It had camera batteries, camera SD cards. It had a bunch of stuff that was, I didn't really want to loot. Like, it wasn't worth like just not trying to get back up there and like lose it. So Aaron had mentioned that he'd be willing to give me a ride back over the next day, and I was like, I need to get back up there and grab my stuff at least. Like, I can't just let it sit up there all week. So I went out back the next morning, found my bag, sat down to take a quick snack break, and just quickly glassed the Alpine hillside, because my goal for that day was to just jet up and get up on top to look around and explore up there. And as I was sitting down for like 5 minutes eating some snacks, I glassed up a buck right on the hillside up there. So I was like, all right, it's go time. I packed up my stuff and just went to the base of it, kind of scouted around. I was like, all right, what's the best way to get up there? Kind of saw this way that went bam, 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 like kind of like almost like a game trail that deer were using. Jetted up that as fast as I possibly could, and that almost took me 2 hours, about an hour and 40 minutes before I finally got up to the top. It was some of the steepest, slidiest, slipperiest stuff I ever went up, and getting down it was an ultimate nightmare. And looking back on it, I don't think I would ever try to do that alone again, at least at the skill level I have now, because like I said, I'm new to all this, and it was just kind of treacherous, and I would not have enjoyed getting hurt up there alone. Anyway, so I get up there, couldn't relocate the buck that I found. I got up on a point where I would have been right above him, just couldn't spot him. I mean, there was mountain goat sign up there, deer sign up there, a bunch of activity that I could see everywhere, and it was just some of the neatest country I've ever stood on. It was unreal. I only had about an hour once I got up there to kind of look around and try to turn something up before I then had to begin my journey down, because from this point it would have taken me about 3 hours to get back down to the beach. So as I'm trying to give a visual route of where I want to go on this trip down from the Alpine, because it was mad steep, I'm kind of shuffling around, hopping down a little bit, and all of a sudden I hear this commotion below me, probably 100 yards down below me, 150 yards. All of a sudden I hear this thrashing around, and this big old black bear just jets out of the bushes, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it just threw me off guard, because I hadn't seen any bear sign the whole time I was up in these mountains. So I did not expect to see a bear. So this big old black bear just jets out away from me, runs out, stops. He's looking around, smelling, and at that point I kind of knew that he either got wind of me, heard me or something, because he didn't like what was going on, so he was trying to flee out of there. And then he stood there for a sec, and then he just darts back into these trees. He keeps going away from me into these trees, into these more thick trees, and I was like, shoot, that's right where I wanted to take my journey down from here. So I was like, I'm not gonna just barrel in right behind a big black bear like that. That would just be dumb. So then I had to veer all the way left, and that was, man, it took forever to get down that thing, and it was painful, and like I said, it was rough. Wouldn't do it again alone. Probably wasn't very smart of me, but learning experiences. This part was pretty cool though. I did get back down, and once I got back down, literally like right before I headed back into the tree line to go down to the beach, I just stopped and turned around and was taking a look at the whole Alpine. And I was kind of just looking back up to seeing where I had started my way back down from, and I'm looking, and clear as day I just see a goat standing probably 30 yards above where I was sitting down up there. I was like, oh my gosh, if those goats would have came down an hour earlier, or I would have stayed an hour longer, like I would have been those goats would have came right over the top of me, and I would have been right next to the goats, and that probably would have been the most coolest thing ever. But missed that opportunity. But oh well, it was pretty cool, because that was the second night in a row that I had spotted them. I'd spotted them the previous evening, and so it was kind of cool to kind of get a little pattern on those guys, seeing them coming back 2 evenings in a row. Anyways, all in all, amazing trip, unforgettable time. I'm sorry if the video wasn't
up to par with what, I don't know, you would hope to see. But it's hard to film solo doing stuff like that, especially when I was limited on time while I was up there, so it was kind of like a go situation, and I didn't want to, like, I pretty much filmed it all on my phone this time too, because I had my camera in my backpack and I didn't want to keep having to stop, pull out the camera, take off the pack. So I had my phone in my bino harness just right on my chest, so I was able to pull that out really quickly when I was up on steep terrain and doing whatever, just to give you guys little updates on what I was doing. So if it's shaky or not as good as there's some other shots, I mean, it was on my phone. I had to work with what I got. So when this video goes out, I will only have probably 4 or 5 days left here in Alaska before I'm getting on a plane and heading back to California. It's unbelievable how fast this summer went, and it's unbelievable how many memories I made this summer, how much incredible stuff I got to see, incredible stuff I got to do. It's just unreal. So this is probably going to be the last Alaska series vlog as well. So for anyone that followed along throughout this series, I really appreciate it, and I hope you enjoyed it. I mean, I wish I got to capture everything I did and saw, but like the few videos that I made just like don't even do this trip justice. So when I get back home, literally I got 4 or 5 days before me and the guys are headed back up into the mountains to go deer hunting. We'll have bear tags too. So once I get home, the content, we have so much stuff planned that there's just gonna be like so much content to like share with you guys. So like we're gonna be filming tons of videos, tons of different things, and then maybe it'll be more entertaining because I'll have the rest of the guys with me, and it won't just be a bunch of videos of me talking to myself. So I'll be able to share some company, and we're gonna have tons of footage to show you guys once I get back. I'm so excited to like get back and start filming with the guys, and really being able to start pushing out a whole bunch of videos for you guys to see. Anyways, I guess I'll save you guys from me rambling on any longer and maybe cut the video now. Thanks again for watching. If you made it to the end of this video, I really appreciate it, and I hope you guys are subscribed to our channel, because like I said, once I get back home, we're gonna have tons of videos to just put out for you guys. We're gonna be doing a bunch of stuff, and it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a fun page to follow, and I hope you guys are enjoying it. If you're new to the channel, welcome. This channel, I'm trying to make it as interactive as possible, so I want to be able to talk to you guys be able to talk to me. We can exchange information back and forth. You guys can help us. Maybe if you have a question, we'll do our best to help you as well. And yeah, if you guys have any ideas, any suggestions, anything, just let us know. Feel free to hit us up on Instagram, YouTube comments, whatever you guys got to do. We are here to engage with the people who follow us along. So that's our whole goal of this channel, is just to be engaging with other people who enjoy stuff like us, who have similar interests, and just to kind of network around, try to reach as many people as we can and get involved and have a fun time while doing it. So anyways, thank you for watching. Thank you for watching this Alaska series. I hope you guys all enjoy it. Until next time.